Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Bangkok. Today another episode shooting the OG Leica Q here in Bangkok at night. And if you're regular on this channel, you know that I will pop on a little flash onto this camera and we'll try to get some cool street photography shots here at night in Bangkok. And I have this feeling that it's gonna be a pretty good day. So I would say without further ado, Leica Q, Bangkok. Let's go. Definitely a pretty busy evening, which is always great. Even though it's good when there's plenty of people, but sometimes you almost get stuck in the crowd. And by the way, watch the video until the end in order to win a print, and I will show you my personal favorites from today's episode. Alright guys, so far so good. It's always a good time shooting. Alright guys, so far so good. I wandered off a little bit from the main part of Chinatown here and wanted to shoot here in the park, but it's not much going on. Except there's this cool fountain here in the background. But yeah, I mean, so far it's good fun shooting here in Chinatown with the Leica Q and the Flash Q22 flash that I use. Because this question comes up a lot. If you're interested in which flash it is and you don't know, the link is below this video in the video description, so you can check it out. It's a really cool flash, very small. Maybe I should do a video about it, talking specifically about this flash. I think I've never done a review, but after using it for many years, maybe finally it's time to do that. Alright, let's continue shooting here in Bangkok at night. If you're wondering about how I edit my images, I use my color profiles for Lightroom. Check them out if you're interested, the link will be in the video description. If you want to learn from me in person, come to one of my workshops. For more info, check out my website. Alright guys, as always it's good fun shooting here in Bangkok at night, so let me give you the settings that I'm using to capture these shots. So my camera is set to, now it's not set, now it's set to f5.6, but by accident. Usually it's set to f8, ISO 800, 1/30th to 1/15th of a second. If it gets getting really dark and I want to get more environment light, I might drop it a little bit more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So ISO 800, f8, 1/15th. Most of the time I take shots like this, and my flash is set to 1/8 power, so, or 1/4 power depending on the situation, but mostly around there. So it's not a very powerful setting, especially if you consider that on the flash there's an orange gel, which also cuts down the output of the flash by maybe 2/3 to 1 stop. So in the end, the flash is even less efficient, but here at night it's perfect. It's not biting anyone and it's looking pretty cool. So let's continue shooting.
If you haven't already, don't forget to check out my street photography zines with pictures from all over the world. The link is in the video description. Do you have any idea who those guys are? It seemed like they were filming some sort of TV show.
So all these side streets you see here in the video, they're good if you come early. Later on, they're pretty deserted. Right now it's still okay, you can find some people, but later on there's pretty much nobody there. So you have to come early, and then it's pretty good to shoot there, especially with these tungsten lights here and the flash. I think it's a pretty cool combination.
The bus is basically a restaurant that is driving around in Bangkok. I'm not sure if that is very enjoyable in heavy traffic, but hey, that's just me, I might be wrong.
Alright guys, that's it. That's the episode here from Bangkok, Chinatown, shooting the OG Q here with a flash at night. Yeah, as always, it was good fun. There's nothing else I can add. If you have never been here, definitely come here, put it on your list. It's awesome to shoot here at night. Alright guys, if you like this episode, you know what to do. Smash the like button, of course, because this helps out the channel, and also what also helps out the channel and what helps me to make more videos like this in the future, pick up one of my street photography scenes or my color profiles for Lightroom that I use to edit these raw files here. Alright guys, that's it. I see you in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.
Alright guys, here are my favorite images from this episode, and in order to win one, just leave a comment below the video. Let me know which of the photos from the whole episode is your favorite one, and I will pick a random winner, and you can choose whatever photo you want, and I'll send you the print. Alright guys, this is number one. I really like this. I like the way they look at me. They were probably a little bit surprised that suddenly, or when they were about to enter the taxi, that there's a guy showing up with a camera taking a photo. But they're not really reacting to me, so they yeah, I mean, that's what I like. They're not laughing, they're not smiling or whatever, so just staring at me like they are seeing a ghost or whatever. So yeah, I'm really liking this one. Next one is this one here. There's a lot going on in the scene here, but I also like the way the photo builds up. You have an element here, and it goes this way. So then there's another guy, and the colors matching. Also on top here, there's the red, the orange everywhere. Also here's red. And then there's the girl just walking by, and she's not really taking a look what's going on. I think she saw, and maybe you can see it in the video, but she saw the camera later on. But I think this overall works pretty well. Probably you could include more elements in the photo, but maybe you can see it in the video. Things are moving so fast. It's you have to get a little bit lucky. It's really hard to plan this. But overall, I'm really liking this one. Okay, on to the next one. And it's this one here, this guy. I mean, I was super close. I think I focused down to 0.5 or 0.7 meters, and he's totally in focus. The background is blurred because of the motion blur, because of the slow shutter speed, and also because the background, even though I'm at f8, the background is out of focus. But I think that looks pretty well. The colors work very well together. I like the fact that he's not looking into the camera, he's just looking downwards, and his face is perfectly lit by the flash. And yeah, I'm really happy about this one. I think this looks pretty cool. Okay, the next one is this one. The guy carrying his son, and maybe his friend carrying his son. I like the fact that they are not looking in the camera. It's probably, or maybe because I was really fast, I brought out the camera and just snapped the shot. So it was just a split second. So there was actually no time to react. He's looking at me, but he's further away. So for him, it was probably easier to see. But because I was so close, they did not pay any attention. But I'm quite liking this. So, alright guys, next one. And the next one is my favorite photo from the episode. I had to pick that one because I think this works pretty well. And it's this one here, the girl just smoking the cigarette. I don't know what it is, but this photo has this old school vibe. It almost looks like, maybe it's because what she's wearing. And maybe also her hair, everything, the way she's looking at me, the way she's holding the cigarette. It has this vibe. I mean, you can tell that it's not from the 60s or 50s, but it still has this old school vibe, and I'm really liking this. Also, I like that only she's lit up by the flash and everything else is much darker. And still you have all these neon lights in the background, and that gives it a touch of color. So yeah, I'm really liking this one. This is my favorite photo from today's episode.